Okay, thank you. So already my previous speakers have shared details about the causes and effects and different aspects of floods in Assam. So yesterday I also had the opportunity to share some of my thoughts in this same platform. So I'll try to conclude my thoughts, sharing thoughts within the next 5 to 6 minutes. So I'll give emphasis on three strategic action. One is to reduce the learning gaps on disaster. If you go through the history of Assam, all the generations, we had a huge wisdom on coping mechanism of floods. If you go through the writings notes of Huan Sang, who came in the 4th century to Assam, he clearly wrote in his notes that we had 30,000 country boats in our state, and we have 30,000 elephants. And historically, all the soldiers in Ahoms, everybody must know how to swim, how to do fights in water. And almost all fights among 17 this war between Ahom and Mughal, most of them were happened during monsoon season. And flood was taken as a strategic time. We have a river called Saulkhwa. If you go to any indigenous people of Assam, when they cook, they throw some rice in water. And it was started during the Ahom Mughal King War. So that's how we have a huge this skill. All the communities are skillful to swim, and the number of losses was very lost. But during the recent time, if you go to at least 2-3 decades, the young generation, in my generation, my age is around 45. We almost 100% youth in every village, they learned how to swim, how to cope in the rivers or any flood situation. We conducted a study in 5 villages. The young generation, among young generation, we found hardly 10% children or youth, they know how to swim. In our district, the massive flood was, the highest level of flood was happened in 2004. And the casualty, life lost was only 2. But last year, it was almost 10 plus. Because we have lost our traditional knowledge and skill. So if we can integrate that learning on disaster management should be a part of academic this environment. At least those who have completed 12 years, they must undergo a training for 15 days. So that type of activities we can do. And number 2, I'll prefer to share that we should focus on integrating technology in addressing the real-time demand. We have government is strongly doing activities in ground, and different supply system is already there. But during flood, the transportation system get collapsed, the electricity get collapsed, even the solar system also not works. So we need lots of technological integration to address the situation at least within 48 hours. The main challenge was the water scarcity is there and sanitation facilities. So if we can integrate such technology which can provide the water, drinking water, which can give the safe space for sanitation, mainly for this physically challenged person, pregnant and lactating mothers, like that. And number 3, that you all know, Assam, every 5 to 10 kilometers you will find a rivers. And if you go through one river valley to another river valley, the language and dialect is different. And in between each river group, we have huge natural these canals. Even in the notes of Huan Sam, he wrote that people of Kamrup, during that time it was called Kamrup, used natural water for irrigation. Still, if you go to the Indo-Bhutan border area, they call it Dong system. Dong system is still active. People are using natural water bodies for irrigating. So at the same time, wetlands, we have particular communities who are solely dependent on wetlands. So all these systems are working as a human artery. But due to unplanned development activities or ignorance of our modern educated communities. This entire system is collapsing. That's why in the last year only in our district, almost 50% so this land was inundated newly. There was no history of this flood in that area. So it is because the development activities, the water bodies get stocked in everywhere. So we should, in any development activities, we must keep in mind that Assam is a flood-prone area. At the same time, Assam is under Zone 5. We have history in 1887 and 1950. So British even learned from that earthquake, great earthquake. And all the homes and shelters that the British built was made by bamboo or local wood. That's why there was no casualty. In 1887, so almost all the historical temples were collapsed in Assam. So we must keep in mind, and every development activities, we should focus on this, keeping in mind the Assam is under Zone 5 and it's a flood-prone area. We cannot stop the flood in Assam. Even, in fact, due to climate change and other issues, it will be increasing, though we have not done any wrong. The people of Northeast have not done any wrong or contributing anything on increasing this climate change issue, but we are suffering. And we know that we will suffer more. But we will have to give focus on long-term solution, and mainly the strengthening the capacity and capability of community, which we had earlier. So this is my thoughts at this moment. And if you have any queries or questions, I'm happy to reply. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.